You know him as the boy who rules the wizarding world, but Daniel Radcliffe is stepping out of his Harry Potter role to take on a new challenge. In the new film December Boys, Daniel plays one of 4 orphan boys who were selected to spend the summer by the sea. When a young couple decides to adopt one of them, the competition to win a family begins.
I suppose you're the one. You showed us all up. Yeah, for an old bloke who came through.
I don't want to be adopted.
You don't?
No. I like things the way they are.
And Daniel Radcliffe joins us this morning. Nice to have you back here.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Well, this is great to see you on the heels of Harry Potter. You've done 5 movies already. You have 2 more to go, but yet you have time to film another movie, December
Yes,
Boys. When do you have time to figure it to work it all in?
Well, we always knew there was going to be a break between Harry Potter's 4 and 5, and so I was just on the lookout to do something else in between. And it just so happened that we got the script for December Boys, and it just fitted in perfectly.
But this is a role that you say really attracted you. You play Maps, this orphan boy who's very quiet and very serious, as we see just within the first couple of minutes of the film. What was it that was so intriguing about this role to you?
Well, I mean, I think it was, it was that thing of having to. Whereas Harry's very much a character who wears his heart on his sleeve, Maps is very restrained and very reserved, and sort of holds his cards very close to his chest. And that was, that was quite interesting for me, because having to communicate the same amount of information with less dialogue was, I knew it would be a challenge, and that was probably the most exciting thing about it. And also the fact that it is just a part that's so different from Harry. Right,
and that's the thing. And I know that you've said that you've worked very hard throughout your career to really make it a career, to not just make yourself be identified as Harry Potter. I mean, you've gone beyond an Eccles on the stage in West End in London, a role that is controversial, but you've been out there trying to do other roles. How important is that to you?
It's very important, but it's never just that I want to just totally distance myself from Harry, because I'm really proud of the films and I love playing that character. But it's just trying to establish myself as an actor rather than just that one character that's, I suppose, important to me.
In this film, your character's sort of the head of the orphan boys, the 4 boys, Maps, and he's the oldest in the group, and he really kind of keeps an eye on the other kids. Did you find that actually was how you became with them? I mean, you're being the oldest of the 3 other boys?
Yeah, that's what was weird, actually, was the fact that for the first time in, whenever I've been acting in the past, it's always been that I've been in very much the junior members of the cast. But in this time round, I was sort of, certainly in that group of boys, I was the oldest and the most experienced. So I did find myself being quite protective of them, and especially because I'd had such a great time on the film set when I was 12. I wanted to make sure they had such a great time as well.
Oh, that's so nice. I'm sure they really appreciated it. And this was shot in Australia, we should say. You had to have had a good time there, right?
Yeah, it was great, actually. It was. I mean, I've been to Australia about, I suppose, almost probably 5, maybe 6 times, and I do totally love it there.
Yeah,
so it was great fun.
What next for you? I know that you're starting to shoot another, the 6th movie coming out pretty soon.
We start filming that in about 2 weeks' time. And so that's very exciting.
Did you get a summer break at all?
I got a little. Yeah, no, I did, absolutely. But I have been working and busy and things like that, which has been great. And I did a British television film which will air later this year about World War I, which will hopefully air in America at some point, but I don't know when.
Eccles is going to be on stage here in Broadway next spring. Is that true? Possibly.
Yeah.
Is that what they're trying for?
They're certainly trying for it, and obviously that would be amazing.
And you're going to come play?
Oh, absolutely. If it comes, I will be there. Yeah, definitely.
Well, Daniel Radcliffe, you are amazing. You just keep working hard, and we really appreciate you coming in for us this morning on Labor Day.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. And December Boys opens in select cities on September 4th.